What do you mean? But fuck you, bro. You ruined my intro. Alright,
Okay, so
so...
what if I just started playing peace sign? Okay.
Shut the hell up, bro. Shut
Peace sign, let's go!
It's
Alright,
I'm done.
Alright, so today we're going to be listing off things. We won an OJ3. Today I got with me Webb, Shy, and, Shadow. Yeah,
I'm about to say you better figure out my name.
Wow!
I almost said Shady.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yo, yeah, let's get Shady. Can we replace?
The guy you do the most
okay,
with, you
don't
can't
worry,
even
Shy.
remember his name. Wow.
I'm sorry, Shadow. You and Shady have similar ass names, Shady and Shadow. You all have similar ass names.
One of the names.
Yo,
have
me and Shady have similar
name.
names.
Yeah, exactly. His name is Shy, Shady. You know, just need to add like two more
Yeah,
syllables.
yeah.
Let's begin with that.
Alright, so we're going to go over basically what we won in OJ3, so that way it doesn't possibly suck, but we all know it's going to suck. To preface this, we all know none of the shit's ever going to happen in the actual game, right?
Yes, sir.
Probably. But one of these things could.
You
One.
never
Maybe
know.
one.
Yeah, I mean,
So
one.
pick their favorite from the video.
I have little faith in Viking. Maybe though. Maybe. I linked to Viking the video of me and Shadow making the game absolutely fucking amazingly balanced. I actually sent that to Viking Twitter and like added them. So hopefully they watch that.
Awesome.
I'm gonna add them this video too. But yeah, let's start out with Webb. Webb, what do you have first?
Oh, okay. So, obviously, this is like one of the bigger things. I think OJ3 needs a better story, because the story in 2 sucks. Nobody plays for the story. Like, let's take Demon Slayer, for example.
What do you mean?
What do you mean you play for the damn story?
Really?
Story, bro? Oh, man, that's crazy. Imagine not playing.
Shadow,
other people's
you're like the
story.
1%. You're the 1% who enjoys the story.
Nah, I'm the 0.01%. All
He's
right,
the
get it
point.
right.
The point
The
zero
point
one,
0.01.
god damn. But
Isn't
yeah,
it
I
also 'cause
agree.
you played 100%.
But yeah, like let's take
Yeah.
Demon Slayer for example. That game sucks in my opinion.
That
But it
game's
has like
absolute
the
ass.
Whoa,
it has the
whoa.
best story mode of any anime game out there in my opinion.
I mean, don't count on Ninja Storm 3. That shit be hitting. The Ninja Storm 3 hit.
I didn't play 3. It's like
Shit,
the one
you're
I
right.
didn't
Never mind, fine. And I'll say Demon Slayer. But even then, I
but
still
like-
like Storm 4 more. In Storm
Yeah,
story,
but you gotta admit, the story for Demon Slayer, it's a good story mode.
it is a really good story. I must
No,
admit that
it's
it's
not-
really good.
It's not just wall of text, mission, get rewards. Wall of text, mission, get rewards, like OJ.
And the main
feel
thing...
like-
Yeah? What are you about to say, Shy?
I was just gonna say, I feel like the reason it's good is because it also adds different things than just the fighting, you know, like you have your
Yeah,
little
Demon
static
Slayer had,
explanation,
like,
like you
you
can
had
run
exploring.
around to find the demon smells.
Yeah.
You can also do different
That's
things.
what I think
Demon.
is bad about it. I hate when you had to walk around. That was like.
Yeah, but
really
it was like a
slow.
variety. It was variety, and you weren't just beating the shit out of people over and over and
I
over
can't.
again.
If you want to talk about right, let's talk about the mini games.
Oh yeah, the minigames were heat. I'm not even gonna lie, I like
Oh,
them.
I
like
love
the-
that one where you had to blow into the jar. That was such a fun mini game.
I like the other one.
that-
the teacup game. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
I
the
like.
teacup game.
I love when you had to run a Zenitsu and you got stopped every 20 seconds. Because it was like, "Ah!" You know,
Oh yeah,
that was a really
one.
fun gameplay mechanic.
That was very fun. And wasn't he walking like slow as shit?
Exactly, you have this very slow walk speed, and then every 20 seconds he's like,
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
I like if they did that once or twice, it'd be fine. But they did it like every 10 seconds. It was so annoying.
Yeah,
and you
like,
had multiple instances of that gameplay mechanic too. It wasn't just one level.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
super annoying. So honestly, in OJ, 1, they gotta make a better story mode. And 2, please don't make both the unlockable characters bottom 2.
Damn.
Nah,
Both
bottom
of the-
2. You're
V-
not bottom 2.
Alright, fine. V2 and 100% have to be the worst unlockable characters ever. Like, you know how in Street Fighter or shit where you unlock characters and like they're absolutely fucking broken? Nah, bro. Don't do that.
Okay. To be fair to OJ, when the game first came out, 100% was very OP.
Oh,
Not very OP. It was when we look at it from like how the game is now. He was just pretty good. He was like high. If we had 100% from back then, now he'd probably be like high A.
yeah, especially
Then it
without the
gets
meta
absolutely-
developed.
But, like, I was
then
thinking
they
about-
did nothing back in the dude.
Yeah, if you're talking about back in the day where no one knew how to fucking play, then yeah.
Then the niggas seemed absolutely OP, but
Yeah.
V2
I was
is
gonna
So it
say-
had the
all
nerf,
sucks.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had the
yeah,
nerf.
we had the
V2
nerf
was
to
never
down.
good though. V2
Yeah,
was always
V2
ass.
always sucked.
I
people
remember that
also
one
complain
Draco
about
Wolf
V2
video
though.
where it says V2 is like OP, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, the Draco Wolf one. I'm like, nigga, shut up.
yeah, he's OP to
People
people who
couldn't
don't know how
do
to
with
block.
zoning at the time, you know? So it's like,
Yeah,
People
they
exactly.
see
still
this
don't know how to
giant
deal with zoning.
projectile that's
Goddamn.
multi-hit, and it goes
Yeah.
full screen, almost, and it's like, what do I can't sidestep? Oh.
Yeah, V2 was
Oh.
just a scrub killer.
Yeah, he
but
was
now
he
it's
was
like,
like the most extreme scrub killer ever.
And
But
now,
to be fair,
not to
nobody
complain,
knew how to
sucks.
just God back then. So I
Yeah,
feel like a
exactly,
lot of
that's why
people
I'm-
think characters were better than they actually were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why people thought 100% was broken back then. But it was like, nah, we just sucked.
Yeah, everyone just sucked back then.
Now, I remember back then, everyone used to hate just regular overhaul because they'd spam Q1 and nobody knew how to deal with it.
Nope.
Even though
Yeah.
it's like the easiest thing to get around.
Yeah,
Eh?
you just jump.
yeah,
Yeah, literally, yeah.
People
do you
forgot
jump?
how to jump.
How do you jump? That is a good question, Shai. How about you tell the audience how you jump, if you know?
X is to jump.
I don't. That's the
X?
secret.
Oh wait, I thought that was circle.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, it's not circle to jump?
Square?
I thought it was X.
Are you sure it's not circle?
Triangle?
Shadow, what controller are you playing on?
I'm playing on a PS2 controller.
The space bar.
Bro,
bro,
homie is
what the-
literally on the PS2. I can't believe it.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Alright,
Alright, so you press circle to jump. Okay, gotcha.
Alright, so that was the story mode thing. Please make a better story mode. So now that we get over that, let's talk about Shy. Shy, what do you have?
So we already talked about the story mode, but one of the huge ideas is just like a huge rework of how the online mode works, because there's a lot of issues with it. Like, there's
What?
no penalty for rage quits.
Oh,
You-
okay, now
you
that's
can
what
play
you're
as
talking
much
about.
as you want in ranked. It's just a grind fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You
look
can,
at Choco. No shame, no shade to Choco, but look at him.
Choco and
but
Choco
three
and Lex.
people have max points, and it's all varied.
Bro, you wanna know the wildest thing, right? I still can't get over the fact that there was like a hacker on the PS4 leaderboards, and like Lex still got over them in terms of points.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like,
Like,
you
that
have
shit's
nothing
so
to
wild.
lose for playing ranked, so you can be playing with whatever playstyle you want, or against
Uh-huh.
whatever, and eventually if you just keep playing, you'll be fine.
You will eventually get to max points. It might take a long time because you keep getting clapped, but you will get there eventually.
Yeah, you will eventually get to max points, and you don't even have to be good to get to max points, right? Rank
No,
doesn't
you
mean
can
shit.
really be
When people
absolutely
say in
good.
fighting games that rank doesn't mean shit, it especially doesn't mean shit in OJ.
Yeah, in some games it kinda does, but not. It's
Well,
like,
I feel like
But
in
no.
most of the time it matters the most in like shit like Tekken, because people be flexing their rank in Tekken, like I swear to God.
yeah, but
So-
rank really does not matter at all in
Yeah.
OJ2.
And like
I could-
another thing they could needs reworking as well is like because you don't lose points in ranked, it makes unranked pointless other than grinding plates.
Yeah.
Unranked doesn't need to exist because like in fighting games you put unranked because for the players that don't want to lose points. Then you have
Yeah.
ranked for people who want to take it a little bit more seriously.
But it just doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, it just
Yeah, but it
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter, no, Jay.
Ranked is
Ranked,
just
you don't lose
extended
points.
casual.
Unranked, you don't lose points. It's just pointless.
The only
Yeah.
reason I find unranked more ludicrous is because I can get plates. Why can't we get plates in ranked? Why can't I buy
Because-
plates with coins?
Man, you guys should have just played on Xbox when we couldn't play rank. All of us Xbox niggas have like every item in the game.
No, but the main reason they made unranked have plates is because they knew. They had to have known that there was no reason to play unranked, so they had to lock a crucial part of customization behind
That's
unranked,
so
so there was more of
whack,
a reason
bro.
to play.
That is so whack.
Don't make it seem like Viking actually did something logical. Nah, I bet
They
just-
do things logically, they just don't
They're just-
fully think about it afterward.
They
do
think
things like this
about
because
the
they're dead.
about the first part. They don't think about the rest.
They think about the first steps and then forget about steps 2 through 10.
Yeah, 2 through 10, absolutely never. Absolutely, you would never talk about. Also, I think that you should. How many ranks are there in OJ2 before you hit like the max one?
There's
I actually
There's a
have
lot.
a photo of this, but I don't have it on me. But I
Uh,
can grab it real fast if I can find it.
I think it's like around. Why is there a wasp in here?
But
One
yeah,
second.
I think it might be too many in my opinion. I think I might reduce the amount.
I don't think it's an issue, but it kind of ties into another ranked issue that I've heard about before, where it's like, you know, you could have point-based matchmaking which could also do some issues. But at the same time, with a game like OJ2, which is an arena fighter for an anime, it's already going to not have as big of a player base, and why it died on Xbox or PC. Besides, other issues.
Honestly, I feel like
another thing that could fix that is like you could have crossplay, but then I also see that being horrific. 'Cause if you fight a Switch player, that's going to be awful.
Oh my god!
If you fight an Xbox player, that's going to be toxic.
Nah,
just exclude Switch.
Just fuck
Just
Switch,
exclude
bro.
Switch.
Bro, exclude the second biggest player base in the entire community, okay?
Who cares?
They have enough players. They don't need crossplay. It's fine.
They don't need it.
Yeah, they don't need it. We need it. Us, PS4, Xbox, and PC. The 3 PC players need it.
Xbox and PC definitely, because it's sad.
Xbox and PC definitely need it. Wait, I swear to God, there was another port. Oh yeah, Stadia.
No,
Okay,
but
we don't-
you can't mention Stadia, bro.
Bro, Stadia is still on gentle patch. Like they give up.
Wait, they're still on gentle.
Like, genuine, like dead ass. It's still on gentle patch. They just give up after gentle.
You can't
what?
be serious.
Yeah, it's still on gentle patch.
Wait, how?
Because they were like, there's like there's like 4 people who play on Stadia and 2 of them are Lex, so
No, you were right.
you may as well just give up.
It's only 2 people, and both of them are left. Okay.
Yeah, so they were like, we're just not going to update the game anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Like,
But yeah, that's
like,
the
realistically-
problem as well. Each version of OJ2 is so different from one another that it's
Except for
so
the last
hard to
3 because
put them
they-
together.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, another thing that we need to talk about in terms of like ranking it online, please, the servers are made out of cardboard. I leave matches randomly when I don't want to, bro. I'm in a room match with Shy, right? We're doing the Fat Gum video. It fucking just destroys the room. Like, didn't it happen twice during the Fat Gum video?
It happened 2 times, yeah. When we tried to go to switch our assists, it was just like,
like netcode wise, I think they're good considering it's delayed based.
What? Yeah, we had to pay. The netcode is good, so the server's gotta be ass.
the netcode
Yeah, like I was
for
gonna say.
nah, keep
No,
going.
sorry, go on.
Yeah. But yeah, the netcode
You know.
is really good. I just hope that the servers aren't like a god awful tier, please.
Yeah, they need to fix the desyncing because it happens way too often.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, isn't that? That's where
it?
the rooms crashed, isn't it?
No, desyncing is like what happened back in Demon Slayer. That's not what.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
when,
Demon
like,
Slayer, that
most-
game is shit!
Yeah, but,
we
like,
brought it up twice already. No.
Yeah, but like desyncing is when like randomly in the middle of a match, you and who you're fighting just start playing like a different match all of a sudden. Like you'll still
Yeah,
be in the match, but now
It
you're like,
happened in Guilty Gear. It
Oh.
happened in Guilty Gear, right? Pretty
Oh
sure it
yeah, it
happened.
happens
Yeah.
in Guilty Gear sometimes. But yeah, that never really happened. I think it happened. It's like really rare to happen.
Yeah, I think it's rare. I think that's more an issue with like a netcode things instead of like server
I've been using
shit.
that word wrong all this time. Oh no! No, I thought
Oh,
desyncing
no.
was when the room
Yeah, because
crashed.
Yeah, no, that just it just crashes. There's no other word for it. It just crashes.
Yeah, the game just
Ah.
dies. The game just kills
Disconnect.
itself. Like, it just
Yeah,
is
that
over.
Yeah,
It's
desyncing
dead.
is what happens in Demon Slayer. That doesn't really happen in OJ2.
Alright, so... Yeah, now that we're done talking about the server and netcode, I want to bring up a little topic, right? If OJ3 happened, how many characters do you think they would add as, like, part of the base roster?
Like right away, at least 10.
I feel like at
I
least,
was
like,
go-
10 to 15.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say my magic number was 16,
16.
I
but
think
I'd say at least 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
like,
least
I'd go, like,
10
10
up
to
to
15,
15
like
for me.
Jack said.
And then
Yeah, 10 to
everything
15
else
is
is, like,
okay.
DLC and shit. I feel like that'd be a good enough number, honestly. Like,
For
adding,
me, I'd
like,
say that. Oh, sorry, go on.
I'd say, yeah. Like, with how many characters they added between OJ1 to OJ2, I think 16 would be good.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think you put in too much faith into biking. We've seen what they've done with OJ2 from OJ1. They're gonna add all the characters from OJ2 and just make more. So we'll have, like, however many are in OJ2
Oh,
right now.
by the
Like,
end of
that's
OJ3's
something
lifespan,
that-
we're gonna have, like, a freaking 80 character roster.
Bro, by OJ3, we're gonna have a Smash roster, bro.
Bro.
We're gonna have a roster just as big as Stormfall. Like, it's gonna be insane.
Bro,
gonna be
Stormfall
bigger.
has at least
Wait, what do
100
you mean?
characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
Yeah,
the
all
crazy
of them
part
are
is we're
unique,
gonna have a
though.
roster that big. Yeah, we're gonna have a roster that big, and all of them are gonna be unique.
Yeah, it's like, it's insane how, it's insane. I'm gonna give props to Viking. If they can do shit, it's netcoding characters. Too bad they're all fucking broken or bad.
Yep.
Yeah, like I'll give it to
They're
Viking.
good at making characters, not good at making mechanics.
Yeah, they're really good at translating the character from the anime or manga to the game. Because like other games, you see it and it's like, really, this just doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
I
fuck
don't know,
Demon Slayer!
Yeah, screw Demon Slayer sucks.
I thought this was an OJ2 video, not us bashing on Demon Slayer.
Well, we have to compare it to the game.
Alright, but yeah, I think we're gonna have at least like, in OJ3, I'd say it's safe to say that the bare minimum, the roster is going to be 60 characters.
Well,
How many is it right now?
It's like
51.
53. 51.
Yeah, definitely at least 60 then, I'd
Yeah,
agree.
it's at least 60.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least 60.
Because what time? It would be around the paranormal, like the war arc, right?
Well,
actually-
OJ3 probably won't come out till like, it'll probably get announced next year and then probably come out like either, like probably like early 2024.
But what arc would it be? 'Cause that would
It
also
would probably,
be
it would probably be
what
like,
arc would it come out
it'd probably
in?
be like War Arc, and then like, it'd be like the beginning of like the Vigilante Deku shit, right? I think that's...
Wait, are you talking about like what the game, like what arc the game is gonna be about? Like how OJ2 is like the Shiitake arc, or like what?
Yeah, it's obviously gonna be about the War Arc if OJ3 comes out. It's obviously gonna
Yeah,
be
I just think
but,
it'd be the war arc.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
the.
because then you'd have a lot of characters. Even if they're more side
They would just
characters.
have to. They would just have to like cover Myheroacademia and like really quickly.
But no,
The game's gonna do it better than the anime.
Damn. Was it that bad?
It was,
No,
bro.
From what I heard, yeah. I don't know.
Well,
That's
yeah,
how
like,
much
cause
I
like,
heard back in season 4.
yeah, 'cause like last year, people were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get OJ3 announced with season 5." But like, let's be honest, other than the Myheroacademia, nothing really happened in season 5. Like nothing big that would be good for a story mode in a game.
Yeah,
Whereas
we
the
would have
war
to add a
arc,
bunch
that's
of
where
villains.
like
We'd
all
have to
hell
add-
breaks loose.
If we wanted to
It'll
add
be an
Myvillain,
amazing story.
if we had to add Myvillainacademia characters, it'd be like what, Redestro and like a new Toga or some shit, and a couple other characters.
They could add Spinner.
They could add
Nope.
Spinner.
No, screw Spinner. He's just as bad as Demon Slayer.
Damn.
Oh wait,
Damn.
they could add a second Toga.
No. Well, yeah,
Oh.
They could have like the half Uraraka, half Toga transfer.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
mod,
they just
that
steal
mod that
the,
has
mod
the half
that-
Uraraka, half Toga
made
was
it, like,
sick as
start-
that
hell.
mod is still like really sick.
Or, if Viking wanted to go like full out, they make just a base Toga that has that power, but whenever she uses it, she like half turns into the opponent after, you know, a Q1.
Yeah,
That would
but-
be,
takes
could
so
you
much of
imagine
their
a half
development.
Toga, half Fat Gum?
Can you imagine?
Yes, Viking,
Oh, hell
please
yeah.
do it. We need it.
That'd be so hilarious, bro. Could you? I could
great.
just imagine like half like cute anime schoolgirl, half round. Like
I didn't know how much I
Round.
wanted that till just now.
half round.
Just period. What about half Nomu, bro?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
That would be so. That would be actually just straight up hilarious. But
I
yeah,
Just a literal Cronenberg.
Literally.
like you would literally need to just have half and half. So, I want to bring up another thing. Does anyone have anything they want to say before I bring up the next one?
I'll just bring up all my points.
Give me
later.
Ryuku, and that's all I care about, man. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I think they should add more offline modes, or at least revamp the ones that we have. Like photo mode can stay, arcade mode can stay, mission mode.
You're telling me that you don't like the gallery?
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
I forgot that even existed.
Same! I never
Okay.
use it!
It's just there. No one uses it, but it's
Yeah,
there.
no one cares. It's just there.
Yeah, it's like the freaking photo mode in Strive. Nobody uses that shit.
And when they
Yeah.
do, it's funny though.
Yeah, when the photo mode in OJ2 is actually lit though. That added like an extra 2 years of longevity to the game. I swear to God.
Nigga, the game's only been out for 2 years.
Extra 2 years.
No, it's been out for 8.
Like honestly,
Oh,
like I was
oh,
telling
totally.
someone before, I feel like OG2 must have done well for them to give it this much support. Like they gave it a full English dub, they gave it a whole new mode, it got all the DLC.
Yeah, it got like
You know,
a
OJ. Yeah, OJ1 they give up after 18 days of launch. Like it's.
I mean, I feel like the issue is too.
3 DLCs and we're done.
Yeah, literally
If they-
all within the first 18 days of launch. Then they just never updated the game again.
Alright, so what you gonna say, Shy?
I was gonna say, like, I don't even know if that was the main issue with the first game. I feel like in the first game it was more just an issue of like, okay, we're just gonna make an anime fighter game, then we're gonna drop it, we made it, we get the money, whatever.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think
they
that was
started
the
it
plan.
decently, but it was like already too far at that point, you know? Like they already had all this stuff and nobody showed they didn't care, so it was like, it was a lost cause. But then in the second game, they saw everyone bought it and how well the first one did. And they're like, we can make this actually, like, good, where we can keep making stuff for it.
Yeah, we can keep
And
making
then they
money
saw
off
the
of it.
potential in it.
Yeah, then they saw
But
the
I think it did
potential.
just start off as like, okay, cheap anime game, here we go.
Starts
Yeah.
off as a cash grab, but slowly developed into an actual thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
It's
can
great,
see it.
because, like, OJ2 has so many good points about it, but it has so many damn bad. Like, we have good netcode, unlike Demon Slayer, but...
I'm Nick Demon Slayer.
I'm going... my obsession with that game is unhealthy.
No, I've come to the conclusion, after the whole Demon Slayer and JoJo thing, they just can't do good netcode. Like, it's...
They
and
can't.
Storm, like,
They
it's
can't.
just-
Like, they can
can't.
only make good story games. Kakarot was fire. Kakarot was fire, but they can't do shit.
Didn't it even not do that well, though?
I mean, Kakarot was just a blueprint copy and paste Dragon Ball Z game. You can't really fuck that up. I especially don't expect CC2 to fuck that up, considering they're based on story
But
based
the breakers exist.
Wait, the breakers in CC2 though.
Yeah, Breakers in CC2.
Yeah, but it's a
Yeah.
you can mess up a Dragon Ball game, and that's proof.
I
of
mean,
it.
I'm talking about a
That's not
Dragon Ball
Dragon
game where you will go out the story. Like, go about the story, like, directly. Like,
You're telling me that
Frieza,
game doesn't have story?
No, it's just, it's anime Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
That's all
and
it
but
is.
it's worse. It's worse than Dead by Daylight.
Yes, way worse.
It's worse.
Yeah, again, I feel like they're only making that game just to keep the license for Dragon Ball. Like, they didn't make it to be good.
Yeah,
or
they're
anything.
keeping
They
it so
just
that way they can
wanted to
release
be
100%.
another 3 years of Xenoverse DLC.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, Viking definitely. Viking, I feel like Viking isn't dumb enough to drop My Hero unless they're dropping it to like someone like fucking Arxis.
Like, okay, let's take Ultra Rumble for example. I genuinely feel like they're only dropping that to keep the license, but at least
Yeah,
they
they're
made the
dropping
game
that.
kind of fun.
Yeah, they dropped that.
At least
to
they
keep the
made it
license.
good, you know?
Yeah, that
I
game
don't
is
know if
literally
I'd say
an asset
that
flip.
fully. To
I
be honest.
mean, they can both run OJ3 and Ultra Rumble at the same time if they want to keep 2 games at the same time. That could be fine. But I really feel like that game is just like you cannot say that game is the level of quality of OJ2. I'm gonna
Oh
be
no,
honest.
it's nowhere near, but it's fun with friends.
Yeah, it is definitely fun with friends. You could not play that game with randoms. I
Then there's
swear to
Demon
God.
Slayer, which is even fun with friends.
Yeah.
And then there's Demon Slayer.
Fuck Demon Slayer.
I
But yeah,
need
back-
that game. Let's go.
But
But yeah,
yeah,
back to what you were saying, Ko. I feel like if they added like some kind of offline mode, like I don't know, they could call it like the Hero Trials or something.
yeah.
And then I don't know, it could be like an endless mode, and the more you get through it, for every like 10 levels, you get like something for your player card or something.
Yeah,
Or a
they-
customization option or something
Honestly,
like that.
yeah, it'd be cool. Honestly, I feel like the arcade mode should have more of like a lucrative like reward for what you get after you beat it. Like like if you
Oh yeah,
beat
they
the
basically
if you
give you the
beat
same thing 3 times.
yeah, if you beat the arcade mode with a specific character all 3 times, right? You get like a costume for them.
That'd be cool.
I feel like that'd be worth it, you know? Like, if you want to play a character, like, say, for example, with Bakugo, if you, like, complete all 3 arcade modes, you get the parallel world skin.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if you want to tie that behind, arcade mode. You might want to make that DLC, but still.
Nah.
Yeah.
Tie behind. Make them suffer.
Make them suffer, make them play the damn game, make them actually play the game.
Exactly.
As long as it's not tied to mission mode, I'm happy, because I really don't like that
They
mode.
need to revamp
It'll
mission
be
mode,
the
I'm gonna be
final
honest.
mission.
It seems like it's way too grindy and shit. I like the
It's-
RPG element, I feel
It's
like
very
the
dumb
presentation
with
is nice.
its gimmicks.
Yeah.
But then if you just use BS Shig or you have the proper symbols, it's just awful. That's
Yeah.
it.
No, like, the problem with mission mode for me is just the difficulty just spikes way too much. Like, most of it's easy, but then there's this one mission called Survival, which is like halfway through, and it is just stupidly hard.
What is it?
Like,
What has
compared to
happened? What
it's
happened?
the one where you lose like 25% of your health after every win.
Oh
What?
no,
It's like
that
more
one was
doable.
easy for me because I
I
had
mean,
the Aoyama card that healed me afterwards.
Wait, there's an Aoyama card?
Yeah, there's this line of Aoyama cards that it's like after a battle it'll heal you X amount, and one of the better ones is just you get full heal after every battle.
That's
a thing?
wild.
So it just got rid of the gimmick.
That's wild and stupid as hell. I'm gonna be completely honest.
That's what I'm
Dang.
saying though. It's like the gimmicks are really dumb, like losing 25% of your HP because why? Or they just have like a extra revive, or they just have constant armor. But if you have just the proper symbols, or if you just pick, like be a shake the meme grab, then it's just easy. And then it's just like you're spending 20 minutes to get a certain symbol, and it's just boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but it's always the thing. It's always the last card you get that you want. Like it's never like first or second.
Yeah.
Always the last one you get.
Even if it's a common too, it's like, oh, you want this super rare? No.
Yeah,
But honestly,
this
when I
one.
see people stream OJ, it's most of the time that they're playing like offline. Honestly, when I see people
Really?
stream, yeah, when I see people stream OJ like later nights, you can see people be playing arcade mode or story mode. Hell, they'll play mission mode. Like,
oh wow.
I see them later at night. It's mostly because I think in your time zone you'd probably be like dead sleepers, like the early ass in the morning, and so you wouldn't be awake at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're actually just like streaming arcade mode or mission mode, and they're having fun. People still play the offline mode, so they aren't completely dead. And I feel like they should have a decent cater towards it, because most people who are going to play OJ3 are going to be casuals. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Most people are
Like
going to.
honestly,
No.
yeah. Like I'm happy that they've given so much like support to the online with characters and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the offline side, which a lot of people play, is really lacking.
Yeah, it's lacking. Photo mode is good. Arcade mode I think is kind of fun to pass time with, but mission mode I feel like that should be like it should be revamped. I feel like it should genuinely be revamped.
Yeah.
Like I mean I feel like the gimmicks are fine to like switch up and shit, and like the RPG elements may be cool, but sometimes you can just invalidate the entire thing with like the cards like Shy said.
Well, so like Shai said, if you got the right cards, you can just blast through anything. Plus, if you use the Shigaraki grab, like,
Yeah.
honestly, that's what I did with pretty much every mission because it just made it less grindy.
Honestly, I feel like that in mission mode, like as soon as you reach like a certain level, like the computers, like the NPCs, they should just like start playing like freaking like they're playing in fucking Wanted. Like, could you imagine like an Endeavor bot just like fucking like camping you with Kiri and Night Eye Assist on halfway?
Yes,
across the
after
gamma?
level 100, all CPUs Kiris play like Mario. I can see it now.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to get us to their office so then we can play and program the bots to our liking.
Bro, could you imagine a Toga bot that plays like Shy?
I mean,
Oh, it
Ko,
would be awesome, dude.
There was this one time
And
I was
there's no
playing.
assist cooldown either in that specific mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. One time I was playing arcade mode and I was fighting an orca. They deadass red moved me, slammed me into the floor, and started guard spamming. Like an actual player. I've never seen a CPU do that before.
That shit is wild. Bro, Shadow was telling me about the Endeavor bots, and those people would be like wild as hell. Shadow, you there? Shadow, wake up. Wake up. Shadow, wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
What if I didn't
The
want to
Demon Slayer community got him. No!
The Demon Slayer community, no! But yeah, Shadow was telling me about the Endeavor bots, right? And how they were whack as hell.
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. Like all that crap you agree to when you launch the game the first time, you're letting all your online match play data go into the bots. That's why some bots play like actual people.
Honestly, with the way you said that, it sounds like a conspiracy theory.
No, it's not a conspiracy. It's real, I
No,
swear.
it's a smart way to make your bots better without having to
That
do it
honestly is
yourself.
a really smart way to make your bots better if you're like actually like recording the data. But honestly, why would OJ2 be the first game I've ever seen try to do shit like that? Why would OJ2?
It's not though.
Because I remember one time I was doing arcade mode against an Aizawa, and he did a combo that only I do, and I was like, wait a minute, that's my
No
thing.
way.
What's
The
he
bot
doing?
watched
That's mine.
Webhead on YouTube?
The bot watches you
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Imagine.
But honestly, I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to like actually like delve into instead of it being like a casual grind. Like after like the third match, they actually just start doing shit you do.
Because
like
in free
like the
battle,
main
they do
starts
have the
resetting you
difficulties like
all the
that,
damn
but it's
time. Starts
pointless.
throwing barrels and shit like you're playing Donkey
Ima-
Kong.
Imagine.
Like, Bro, could you imagine, like, you're fighting, like, if Shadow was doing, like, an Itaditto against a bot, and, like, the second round, he, like, goes into, like, Recipro Burst, and then proceeds to do, like, the wackest combo ever,
He does the
and
loop.
He does
Yeah,
the loop!
Still gets looping.
Wait, the loop, wait. Which loop? There's like 15 of them.
The
All of
best,
them,
Exactly.
Shadow.
All
All
of
of them.
all
The
of
bot can do
them.
whatever he wants.
the bot has optimal combos. Like, he starts playing like a Taz. Like, that should be so freaking wild, bro. Honestly, I think that'd be a cool thing to, like, straight up delve into. Honestly, it would be really cool if, like, the final boss of the story mode, which is probably gonna be Shigaraki in some way, shape, or form, you, like, actually starts, like, kind of copying what you do and starts, like, whooping your ass for it. That would be sick.
Yeah, no, I was
the
gonna
worst
say,
idea
like,
possible.
in the free mode, they do have a difficulty slider, but it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Honestly,
Like, I've tried it on max difficulty, and it's still, like, stupidly easy to beat them.
Yeah, it's like really, like, it's really, like, really easy to beat them, honestly. But yeah, I feel like they should put more online modes in there, so do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I have something based on what we were talking about earlier with characters a little bit.
Alright,
It's
yeah.
like the idea of, characters. Some characters over time has changed. Like they changed it where Charge Quirk 1 on Bakugo was different. Like he actually has the ball.
Wait,
Jiro had a
wait,
Toe Quirk 1.
Wait, they made it different?
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, the charge before used to just be the shooty, like how it is if you just do Toe Quirk 1 normally.
Oh.
Yeah, that was in OJ1.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
I'm talking about like how they've added some moves to characters, but then just keep movesets the exact same.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
Where, because...
Like, he was
I'm
using
not a-
Bakugo from OJ1 to OJ2 as an example. Where,
Yeah.
like, his charge move is, like, one of his regular moves in the first one.
Yeah, his Charge Quirk 1 in OJ2 used to be his Tilt Quirk 1 in... Wait, no, his Charge Quirk 1 in OJ1 was what his Tilt Quirk 1 in OJ2 is.
Yeah.
And then they gave him the
Huh.
explosion ball.
Huh,
And then they
that's
gave
interesting.
Jiro the shockwave under the ground Toe Quirk 1 thingy. But the thing is, like, there's some characters where, it's acceptable to have two of them on the roster. Like Shigaraki, I can kind of see, because, you have this more chaotic version of the original Shigaraki.
Yeah.
And then you have
And
the
then
new one where he's, like,
one
more
which
in his potential.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is garbage. Yeah.
But then you have other characters which are just gimmicks. Like, you have not Bakugo from Season 4. You have 100% Deku, and it's like, oh, you've seen him once. And then, yep, that's a character. That's taking up a
Or
roster
Overhaul
spot.
version 2 who's dog shit.
Exactly. Where it's
That's
like,
his
for
gimmick.
these characters, you could just have them where they're like the super attacks, where it's like he taps into that and he does that.
Yeah, that'd be cool
It
if they were
could
the super
be
attacks.
even if you want to do that weird thing you guys mentioned, where it's like they power up instead of like having like a plus
Oh,
one to
yeah,
three
yeah.
instead of characters.
Install. But yeah, I think that those characters need to go, and there honestly needs to be a few characters that do get a new version too, because some of them are just straight up fucking
Oh.
boring.
Yeah, no, some of them are literally just straight up ripped from OJ1. Like Stain. Stain is exactly the same, I'm pretty sure. From
Yeah,
OJ1.
they need to add like new moves and sets to characters and
But
make them
yeah,
have different
like,
shit.
I'm not a believer of taking out characters in a way, but like because
Sometimes
some
you just
people
gotta
do
do
grow
it.
to attach those
Sure,
characters.
you don't
but,
want
like,
100 Dekus? Whoa.
But like, yeah, that's exactly another thing. Like, there's a Black Whip Deku and there's the Gale Force or whatever it's called, and you're telling me we're gonna have two different Dekus for that? No.
Hopefully not. Like, you should just make Black Wick Deku a new shoot style. Like,
No.
No.
You either make a multi-style, which is like a whole bunch of them, or you have like you add one to the one and one to the other.
oh,
Like maybe like base Deku can use Gale Force and then shoot style can use Black Whip or something.
honestly,
Or
I think
maybe-
that's fair.
Or maybe make it like, like with Storm, like you could choose a character, then choose their moves. Maybe do something
Yeah.
like that with Deck.
Like literally
Oh.
that, where you can just pick like A, B, or C.
So, like
and
you
then-
choose a deck, and then you can either choose, base Deku, shoot style, or Black Whip.
And
Oh,
then
that
that would
sounds
also just give it
interesting.
more development, where you could be like,
Yeah.
I like this.
Freeze
But,
up
you know-
space on the roster, and we don't have 100 Dekus.
Yeah,
I
we don't-
wouldn't care, if they did go the route of, making it a separate character, but at least it's like different enough, or it's like a character that makes sense. Like if they made a different Toga, but they change up her gimmick or something, then sure, that could be two.
Yeah.
But someone like Endeavor, who has this whole arc at the end of season 4, being this big old fireman, and then he's just like, I'll throw this fire spear at you, and I'll do
Yeah.
less than inch of health. And he's the
Yeah,
exact thing. They're
Endeavor
like,
needs
yep,
a rework
that's
too.
fine.
Endeavor needs a rework too, because I really want a new Plus Ultra 2 where it's prominence burn. I need that as a
But
new
yeah, I
Plus
think
Ultra
that's
2.
the other issue
That'd be
too.
cool.
Is they didn't they reworked the game by adding sidesteps and things like that, but they didn't rework the characters to fit into a new style. But then they nerfed characters like
True.
tracking or the second hit of the red or things, and it's like, how am I supposed to play in this meta or in
Yeah,
this kind of
like-
new gameplay mechanic when
Yeah.
I don't have any tools?
Yeah.
Like going back to Stain, for example. Like when I placed, like if you played OJ1 Co.
No, I didn't.
Well, the characters to me feel very stiff just because you can't sidestep. They feel very
yeah.
stiff to use. And when I play Stain in OJ2, it feels exactly like OJ1. Whereas someone like Jiro, even though she's from OJ1, it doesn't feel that way. So it's like they did some to some characters, but not with others.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
feel
like a
everything-
weird mix of the two.
Honestly, I would take every character getting a complete rework over like a bunch of new characters. I'm gonna be completely honest. I
Yeah.
take.
There's also another. Oh wait, no, keep going.
What are you about to say?
I was going to say there's another thing, but if you're going to finish,
I was just saying that I'd rather have every character get reworked than like 10 new characters. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you
And
gonna
that
say?
would keep the thing of keeping characters. But I was going to
Yeah.
say another thing is that a lot of the things are like inconsistent, which is weird. 'Cause,
True.
You know, there's like a lot of things that are jump extensions and whatever.
Uh-huh.
But you know, then there's some wings that you can make like an infinite air combo out of it, or it's like you can do a sidestep extension, but All Might can do it for 15,000 damage.
Like.
And then some work in the corner, and it's like, how do these things start?
I
Because
mean,
you know,
hell,
with the iframe extensions, those
Yeah.
make sense. Because if you think about logically how they work, it's like, okay, I can see these. But how do those characters, how does that mechanic get added? Or it's like,
yeah.
you know, how can I do the sidestep extension or this tech or
Yeah.
tech that's usually pretty universal? And it's like, how does this make any sense? Why this works or why this character gets an infinite off it?
Yeah.
But I'm over here just trying to at least do the tech.
Yeah.
Or I mean, hell, it does that with some moves. Or like, shit, let's take Toga for example. Her needles, sometimes they hit, and then other times they just don't for no reason other than just game mechanics.
Really?
They also track you the Kingdom Come, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, they'll track you, and then it's like, oh, you can use these, but if you try to use them in a combo at the wrong time, won't work. Like,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, or
makes
they
no
miss
sense.
and then they're like, "Nyeh."
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Oh, like how they'll like have the most ridiculous tracking like from like mid
Don't
to
talk,
long range,
man.
Mm-hmm.
but then point. Wait, no, nigga, what did you say?
It says, don't talk, man. You can't complain about a character if you use me.
I wasn't complaining.
He wasn't complaining. He was just
Wait,
about
what?
to talk about
Yeah,
No.
he was just about to say something.
I was talking
No.
about how the ridiculous tracking like mid to long range, but then sometimes point blank they'll just completely miss.
Yeah, point blank.
Yeah.
They'll spread out so
It's
far that
awesome.
they'll just whiff.
They just
But-
don't attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
nigga, I will complain about Toga. Screw you.
Yeah. But yeah, there are a lot of inconsistencies in the game that just don't make the game fun. They just make it not make sense. Like there
They
are
just
some,
make it.
there are some things in this game that aren't supposed to happen, but I think they make the character more fun. Like for example, Suyu thing where she like can do like a plus ultra 2 extension, like where she flies over to you and then gets like a thing and then she can recover really quickly out of it. I think that's cool. I think you can keep that. Like Rappa's Just Guard dash, you can keep that. I'd be cool with that.
I still did not even know that existed until this nigga brought it up like 2 weeks ago. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
yeah, he can.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
great.
The
like,
Rappa thing or the
No, not
Suyu
Rappa,
thing?
the Sue thing. The Sue thing. I had
Ah,
literally
okay.
looked
Yeah,
at
both
Yeah.
things are.
both things
Because
are
it
sick.
resets your combo as well. So you get reset scaling and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
So
literally never heard of that before, so I did not know that it existed.
I mean, it's like the Suyu assist thing. Do you know about the assist thing?
like
where she can grab her assist.
Yeah, if your Toga assist grabs your other assist, it'll make the other assist use that assist power twice.
that's sick. That is super
Yeah,
cool.
it's great.
But
But
then
then
really hard to like.
there's
use,
really odd stuff.
Like I feel like that's not supposed to happen, but it's cool that it does, and it's not like a big problem, so it wouldn't really matter if they kept that in or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there's stuff like Mina normally not being able to splat off Tokork 1, but her assist that does the move can.
Wait, that's still squads.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
Which
crazy.
doesn't make any sense, which is like the characters are either
Well, yeah, they don't.
independently valued where they let that stay for some reason, or they just are using different versions of characters for things and then just not
they
changing
don't.
it,
Yeah.
which makes no
Like
sense.
they don't like
Yeah.
unless they explicitly go out of their way to change an assist. If they buff that character or change that character,
Yeah,
the
they
assist
won't
stays
change the
exact
assist.
same. Like for example, no moves air assist. You guys know how that thing is like ridiculously slow?
yeah.
Yeah, that is slower than its actual JTA. They buffed the speed of that at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
but
it feels
that
really
never went to
slow.
the
Like, it's
assist.
really, really fucking
It
slow.
is ridiculously slow. It's ridiculous, but the actual like move itself on the character isn't that slow anymore. It used to be, but they buffed that. But that never went to the assist.
Yeah,
They should-
honestly,
they
if
don't
they
change
change
it.
the actual character, I feel like they should change the assist purely for variety. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, but they don't. Unless they go out of their way to change the assist, they're not going to change the assist. Even
Yeah,
if they
it's
change
just
the assist.
those mild inconsistencies that just stack up to bug people, you know.
Yeah, it's like a
Or-
lot of small things that add up to just become a big thing.
Also, and then the big thing is that how the hell do you get rid of so many loops yet All Might still has his from
know.
day?
Here's the story with that. They did remove it, but then in another patch when they changed something,
Oh, right, yeah,
they
they
kind of
put it
just
back.
re-added it by accident and then never changed it because they thought it was
Yeah,
gone.
they did take it out, but then they just put it back. It's like you.
And then they never changed it again because they're like, yeah, it's gone.
yeah, it's gone. It's gone, bro.
Like, what, you question us? You don't
And then
think
it
it's
made
gone?
it better also, if I remember correctly.
Wait, did they make it better?
Yeah, I
Wait,
think
my
they
bad,
made
my
it
bad.
easier to do or it did more damage or something because there was the previous change they did, which removed it or just, like made it do less, but then they got rid of both of the changes.
Honestly, in a way, I feel like if roll cancels were like a thing, they should be like a genuine mechanic that takes meter. Like,
Oh, like let's say everybody could do stuff like how Tenya can and boost.
yeah, but like you'd
But,
actually have to take meter to actually actually do it.
That could
So
be
that
cool.
way so that way you open up combo variety, but at the same time it's not fucking All Might, you know?
I don't think that should. I just feel like, you either make it uniform where it's like no one can loop with it. Like obviously if you accidentally find a way then that's something. But when
Yeah.
it's like that, or if it's like, let's use Maze Net for example. Let's say if I use a sidestep extension more than once in a combo, then it just breaks.
Yeah.
So then it's like I can't get away with it. But if I use it properly, I can. But then no one can loop if for some reason, let's say they don't know how to fix All Might again, and then All Might
I mean,
tries
if
to
they
do it and
fixed
his
him
combo
before,
loses.
they should be able to do it again.
Yeah, but Viking's lazy as shit. On specifically certain things. Like specific things they are lazy on.
It's bad because they're so good at some things, but then so bad at others.
Like,
Because they're an indie company, that's their main issue.
but they got Bandai Namco money though. They got like that
No, they don't.
No.
No, I think Bandai just licenses them out as an outside company to make the game.
yeah.
It's that, yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm gonna be honest, I think there are some things that are inexcusable, but for being an indie company, in air quotes, they did really well. It's still better than
Yeah.
Demon Slayer!
But I feel like
Yes, sir.
the main issue too with them, which was another point I kind of had, is there's two parts to it. A, they really mainly listen to Japanese
Oh,
players.
yeah, they
only.
did.
Yeah,
listen to
they
the people that
only
actually knew what
listening
they
to
were talking
Japanese
about.
players who don't know how to fucking play this game, apparently.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. They just play the game completely different than
They play the game
Americans do.
so differently, bro.
Yeah, they value zoning more, which is why they think 100% isn't garbage.
But yeah,
it's
that's
actually
the problem.
funny. If you look at the patch notes, you'll see that all the people who got buffs or nerfs were people that Japanese players thought were good or bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be
Generally, every
honest,
single
like,
patch.
if the Japanese valued, zoning, why did they think 100% wasn't trash? His projectiles suck! His
Yeah, they're
projectiles
not
suck
even
ass!
good,
Because it has so much, it does so much damage. You
And it's
can't
so
destroy
big,
it
it's
unless you have
big as
combo
shit,
support.
apparently.
bro. It's so big. It's such a big projectile, bro. It must be broken.
Dude, it hits me multiple times, so it does not damage.
Oh, there are multi hits, bro. That's
I need
crazy.
to see. I need to see a
Toga's
Japanese
don't go
OJ
that
too.
far, so he
I need
Let's give her a
to see.
bump.
I need to see a Japanese OJ tournament. I need to see what they think shit's meta.
But yeah, I
We
feel
just
like the
see a
issue-
bunch of compressors running around.
Honestly, with how OJ2's netcode is, if we all plugged in Ethernet, I could see a Japanese group battle one day.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
What, you
But yeah,
saying we can't
even
go to
when you would-
McDonald's and set up our consoles? Damn, okay.
But yeah, praise OJ2. I still don't know how the fuck they got netcode to be that good.
We don't question how many babies they had to sacrifice to get that netcode.
Yeah, it's witchcraft, but we don't question it.
We don't question. We don't question the witchcraft, bro. Like
Yeah,
how does like a supposed super small company like out netcode CC2?
Listen, that's their thing. That's their secret. Is they have good netcode.
Like I'm saying this right now. If it weren't for the fact that OJ3 had good netcode, if it didn't have good netcode, this game would be hella dead. This game would be dead.
It would have died years ago, and it wouldn't have gotten a second patch.
It would have died. It would have died before Gentle. It would have definitely died before Gentle.
Yeah, it definitely would have died a long time ago if the netcode wasn't as nutty as it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
the game, like, you know, objectively is so good that there are still players on Xbox and PC, and those consoles are pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's still
It just shows
players.
how much people enjoy the game.
Yeah, and people still somehow play this game on Switch. So.
Although,
Yeah,
to be fair, Viking did kind of sabotage Xbox with the whole ranked
Bro,
situation.
Viking
They said on
sabotaged
Switch
every
and-
other console other than PS4, and I thank them every day for that.
It was awesome. Though Xbox had the weirdest glitch I've ever seen.
Oh, well.
It was when people were point boosting, back when you would get extra points for perfecting.
You get
Oh,
extra
wait, I
points-
thought-
And so I don't remember if they actually did listen when people wrote in. But what would happen is the leaderboard would roll backwards.
What?
So the points would be what they were like 2 days prior. If you
Yeah.
played a game or two, your points would be back to what you were at, like let's say if you played the day before. But it would visually look different. Like if it was 2 days ago, which I guess was their way of being like, yeah, you're boosting? Well, that will stop them.
Viking really don't like
Interesting.
Xbox, do they?
Yeah, and
Also,
then they got
there's
rid
a-
of points for perfects. That was it.
Yeah, there's
there
also
was,
this
like, screw
weird
this.
thing in like every single port of OJ where like if you reach like 999 points or like a
Well-
really high amount, you'll get back to amateur pro hero.
Well,
and I
no,
think that's
it's
Oh
like,
no,
yeah,
that happens after
25K.
30k.
30k.
Yeah, 30 or 20, yeah, 30 or 25k.
Interesting.
Yeah, it happens really early. It doesn't happen that
Yeah,
late.
after 30k, you just get put back to amateur. Then you're stuck there then forever.
That's so whack, bro. Honestly, if
It
you're
is
gonna do
very
shit
whack.
like that, you might as well prestige me back to Amateur Pro Hero 2 or some shit. Like Call of Duty Prestige.
I
Like,
never. One thing I never understood was like I would think there would be one more ranks. In one of them, I was always surprised that there was never a rank called like superhero. Because I always
that'd be,
seemed like
I don't know how.
Yeah, like that always seemed like that would be like the top rank because that's what like All Might was, and he was like the number one hero. So it's like, why isn't there like the
Yeah.
big boy ranks? Like, why is that not a thing? It's
Or like once you reach max points, get like a unique title like best of the best or something. Like,
yeah, but
you know,
no,
once you
don't
get like
anything.
the
It's like
It
why
also
you
would have
put
been
so much
cool
time
if
into
you could make
It's like
your
what you're an
points
what your max
on
points?
villains
Yes, you're an
instead.
amateur.
Yeah.
this? You're an amateur,
What do you say, Shy?
I was saying it would also be cool if you could pick your point ranks to like they would be the same values as like the hero ones.
Oh yeah,
you
but
could just
villain
also have
versions?
for like villains, yeah.
Like pro villain, like the symbol of what would that
Symbol
be
of
called?
chaos.
Symbol of chaos and shit like that. That'd be cool. If you're like a villain main and like you like main a villain and you wanted to change it to like a villain points, like a villain rank system.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you could get like pro villain, symbol of chaos, amateur
cool.
villain. I think that would be cool just for the little immersion that it adds, you know.
But
Yeah.
another thing I want to add earlier,
Uh-huh.
besides finishing up the idea of them only listening to Japanese, because they only removed the Dobby thing once the Globku video was there, and
Yeah.
Japanese players learned about the thing.
Oh god.
Wait,
It's
do they
just
just
that they
listen?
don't-
So they listen to Japanese and Globku.
Pretty much.
because I
Well,
feel
no,
like
they
it's
don't
my
even
fault
listen to
that-
Globku. They see the video, Japanese players see it, and then they're like, no.
Oh, wait, does that mean that me and Webb have to make a video about the All Might loop so that way we get Japanese players to see
Well,
that?
that's what they
No.
did. People made stuff about the loop, but they unpatched it and then just refused to acknowledge that was the case because they don't listen to audiences. So when they don't see the All Might loop, the Japanese don't see it either, and they don't. I guess they just didn't bother to check.
That's wacky.
Because if it was removed a while ago, it's like that's another thing. When you have their patches, they don't list explanations or like how things got changed.
Yeah.
So if they don't change the right thing about the mechanic, it'll be there. But then they'll also just wait like 3 months to change the game again. When really they should be able to keep doing minor patches if stuff got found or like slight
Honestly,
tweaks.
I'd be fine
Like
with like
keeping big
minor
updates
patches
for
like
updates.
every like once a week. Minor patches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Like if there was like if they saw the shit that happened in like a competitive OJ, they'd have to do minor patches. That shit is wild, bro. If they did it, then like I'd assume that all the top tiers that we have now would be like like mid-tier
Yeah.
at this point.
They also need a way to be more transparent with people. Like, obviously, I feel like if they had a Twitter, they'd get hounded or something.
They
But they
do have
need
a
to be like
Twitter.
more
They
vocal
have a
of like,
Twitter, but
we
it's
have
only
heard
Japanese.
about this thing, so they know. Like, we know if they found out what, like, for example, the All Might loop. Like, if they've heard us, they know. So then it's like, okay, we can trust that might get changed soon.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Honestly, like I've sent a bunch of things to Bandai, like the All Might loop, the Deku freeze glitch. Like I've sent a bunch of stuff to Viking, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we'll send it to them and let them know," but nothing happens. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
They need to be
It's
more
wild.
vocal, or just actually, listen to us. Because while Japanese definitely probably find stuff we don't, it's also a vice versa.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely find
Like,
shit
we
that they
have
don't.
found a lot more offensive stuff that just doesn't make sense
Yeah.
at all.
Like,
But then,
On-
they just make things like the All Might, like, Hawks loop just stays,
honestly,
despite that being
90% of the
a
shit
while
wrong with
ago.
OJ2 could be fixed if they just communicated with us. 90%
Yep,
of the
right?
oh,
shit.
definitely.
But,
Like,
they can somehow perfectly program Toga to use other people's text, like the eye breakers or the rapid just guard dash, but they can't fix All Might loop properly.
yeah.
No. they can't
Makes
do
no
that.
sense, bro.
It's like
Too difficult.
it's weirdly that they're so insanely competent at some things, but so insanely incompetent about others. And it's wild.
Mhm.
It is so wild how in and out of the loop they are. Like for some reason they have good netcode, but at the other times they just leave shit in that's broken as hell. They have unique ass characters, but those unique ass characters are broken as shit. They have a bunch of modes, but some of those modes are boring as hell. And like they have an okay rank system, but it's played by a bunch of shitty shit that needs to be changed in order to make it like actually decent. And it's like it's weird because I feel like that pisses me more off. Like it pisses me off more to see someone who has proven to be competent before be incompetent now than it is for like CZ2 to just keep being incompetent. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because their issue is, like we've said before, they're a very small indie company from Japan, so they don't really have a lot of outside resources or experience. And then they're good at making stuff, but their problem is it's like a yin and yang situation where
Yeah.
there's the goodness in what they do. Like, they make beautiful characters, they make a really good game, obviously, and do a lot better than how they did in OJ1, where they
Yeah.
just left the game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But then they also accidentally create a patch where they just completely nerfed Momo, but Inasa gets an air loop, or
I feel like
Or
it
that
was
time
my
with the
fault.
Shinso Infinite, remember that?
Yeah.
they nerf Shinso, but they buff Hawks, or not Hawks, they buff Inasa, Nejiri, and Toga,
I still.
and then and then that was an awesome patch.
Why did they think Nasa needed the buff? What about that nigga?
You know what
needed
it
the
was,
buff?
Shadow?
give
Those
us tornado
Japanese players
tracking.
were like, Inasa sucks, he needs a buff.
Yeah, that's probably why I probably got Momo nerfed, bro.
Damn.
Bro,
How could
I'm
you?
sorry, but like I know this sounds like such like a bitch thing to be like sad about, but that last patch was unironically the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It was
I mean,
awesome.
Yeah, it was depressing.
They
It
mic dropped
like,
like
it unironically
perfect game.
genuinely hurt my feelings. like I read those patch notes and said, and I expected like 3 characters at the very least. But not only did they get rid of, they like nerfed a character, they got rid of the most inconsequential thing from that character. They got rid of
Yeah.
Midnight's fucking JA whoop in the wall, right? And like,
Thank goodness.
thank goodness they didn't change All Might's loop, Toga in general, Inasa's entire
Toga doesn't need
character,
to, she's
fucking they nerfed Momo for no reason, right?
Yeah.
They kind of just leave Ida to be just like this fucking level 7 Gohan head ass, and like.
Hey, let me keep my boost. Let me keep my infinite block string. Back off, nigga.
But the problem is, too, none of that was the issue. It was then that they also released Aoyama, who had a loop.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then he
22
had
blue,
another.
brother.
I swear, every DLC character in season 2 has had it or had
Yeah,
a loop or has a loop.
they all have air jab loops. Well, now Midnight doesn't, but she used to. But, like,
she
Tetsu
doesn't
has
need
an
it, she
air
can
trap
loop her
loop?
sleep.
Tetsu has an air trap loop?
Yeah. Huh? What? Huh?
Tetsu has an air
On the
trap
wall, you could, yeah.
Oh,
Wait, no,
really?
I'm talking about the season 2 DLC. Not
Oh, okay, fair then.
none of the season 1 DLC have air jab loops.
Really?
No, none of them.
Huh. Interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like the season 2 characters might be broken as shit, but I thought they were way more unique than season 1.
The last 3.
Oh, definitely.
I was fighting. Wait, who was I fighting? Yeah, I was fighting Comments Ayama last night. And I'm like, bro, how come like the last how come like 3 of the season 2 DLCs all have brain dead moves? Like they all of them have at least one brain dead move they can.
What was the brain dead move you're talking about?
For Ayama, it was Tilker 2.
Okay, I thought you were going to be like the Switch player that said Charge Quirk 1 was his most broken move, and his Quirk 1 was broken, and I'm like, dude, are you? Yeah,
No.
they were complaining about Aoyama, and they're like, dude, his zoning is so dumb, his Charge Quirk 1 is so good, and it's like,
Bro, I literally had a no. This doesn't pertain to Aoyama, but I literally had a conversation in the Switch server yesterday where some dude tried to argue with me that Mirio Quirk 1 was broken as shit, but his Plus Ultra 1 was completely fine and balanced.
I think that was the same guy who talked about the Aoyama thing. It could have been someone else, and I'm not gonna say who they are because I have basic respect, but.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but that take was bad. That take was hella bad.
But what I will say though is that Discus thinks Inasa and Toga are B tier, and I humbly disagree.
I do not agree.
Because again, I don't blame them because Switch doesn't really have those players, and a lot of the Togas you'll find online are absolutely garbage. And
Honestly,
Inasa, again,
you know
don't
what?
really see.
Fine, I guess I kinda get that. But
Well,
see,
yeah,
Nasa...
like for example, Switch and Xbox, they had very different opinions on characters because they didn't have people that really knew how to play them. Like for example, a lot of people on Switch did not realize how stupid Nasa is because no one knew. Then Lex came along, but like before Lex came to Switch, no one on Switch knew how stupid Nasa was. They all thought the nigga was mid. Or like Toga also. Then Shy came along.
Yeah.
What's another
Honestly,
everyone was calling Toga B tier, and I'm like,
yeah, everyone was calling Toga BT. Even PlayStation in the early days, they were calling Toga ass back in the
But
day.
then she kept getting buffed, and now look at her.
Yeah, she kept getting buffed, and then Shy came along to say, "Hey guys, Toga's fucking broken."
Guys, we created the monster that is Toga.
Yeah, we
complained
created
you
the
guys
monster.
all disagreed, and you all were ignorant to the fact, and then I came along, and then I had to
Yeah,
give everyone a awful day.
yeah, it was. It was
I'm
honestly
gonna go
wild.
back- Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
go
it's
back to talking about brain dead moves with the season 2 DLC. But yeah, Shy, no, I'm not gonna complain about the niggas zoning. I'm complaining about the stuff that is actually stupid. But yeah,
Yeah.
Ayama has Tilker 2. and
What
kinda
about his Quirk 2?
I will hurt you. But he has Tilker 2, then kinda Tilker 1. Midnight has J Quirk 1. We all know about that. Mike has Quirk 1, and then Shinzo has his Quirk 1. No, yeah, I said kinda Tilker 1. Kinda.
Yeah,
No,
but he still said
It's
kinda.
Yeah,
insane
so-
how Mike's Q1 is instant. Like, it's
Yeah,
instant.
I'm pretty sure it's either
It's like frame 1 or 2,
6 to-
isn't it?
No, definitely not. It's like anywhere from, I think it's 8 frames. I think
It's insane how quick it is.
I think the main
have-
issue.
What are you about to say?
I think the main thing they saw is either they're listening to Japanese where they know it's a more zoning defensive play, or they saw us and complain about sometimes these characters that can't really do much to get people off them, or maybe they're aggressive but don't really have defensive options. So they gave each character from the second pass ability that can get people off them or be very defensive, but then didn't realize that that's also like a very strong reason for offense as well, which just
I
made
could
them
see
have
that,
that kind of.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Kirigiri is the only one that doesn't just have brain dead moves he can just use whenever he wants. He
Kurigiri's
kind
just
of,
bad.
yeah, Kirigiri is cool, but then the other ones is like, why do you niggas all have brain dead moves? Like why does Midnight J Quirk 1 exist? Why does that move exist?
Bro, Midnight is just Midnight. I
A lot
swear
of
to God,
Midnight stuff doesn't need to exist.
What?
like I swear, Midnight is genuinely just the Midnight. The character in OJ is genuinely some dude's fetish because they like getting beat the shit out of. I
No,
swear.
it's stupid. It's
Alright,
like, oh yeah,
Midnight.
she can use her air Q2, and it can put you to sleep, but also it can affect you on just got and block. Like, bro,
Yes,
it's
sir.
Yeah,
I feel like-
I have another bit of a nitpick. Sorry, Shy. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have another bit of a nitpick that doesn't pertain
Okay,
to anything I'm
I'll
talking
hear
about.
you out.
Wait,
So-
what did that say?
So like I just this just needs to be said. I need to address it because I need to address it for myself. Please, one of these days, can y'all fix the wall gravity or like the camera angles? Because I swear that should be
No,
finished.
what
They
do you
have
mean?
more.
Gravity's goated,
They have
bro.
bro, they have Mario 64 camera. They have that Mario 64 camera.
You don't like getting taken off the wall and literally not being able to tell what's going on? What do you mean?
Bro,
Oh,
that
fake
shit,
OG player, fake OG player.
that shit literally be spinning around the entire map, and by the time I see it, I'm already getting hit by Uraraka Red. What?
That's the fun of OJ, what do you mean?
Hey, how am I supposed to react to that shit, bro? Like, I'm sorry, but whoever decided to have a seizure on the camera is, like, not cool.
The
Bro,
guy
just let us
programming
go.
that specific camera is just like spinning the analog stick around.